Hello everyone, Shavua Tov. I want to share with you a story. There was a big rabbi, big tzaddik, 40 years ago, of Moshe Feinstein. We all know about him. He was the biggest rabbi in the United States of America. And there was one person in Israel, that he decided that he wants to call the rabbi in the United States because he has a question. He heard that he's a big rabbi. He has a question and he wants to ask him that question. So he takes the phone, he calls the rabbi. He knew his phone number, but he just forgot that in Israel it's 10 a.m., but in New York it's 3 a.m. in the morning, so it's night. And he calls the rabbi. The rabbi was sleeping. He woke up from the call and he answers the phone. He thought it's something, an emergency. He answers the phone and that fellow says, Shalom Aleichem, Kvod Harav, I have a question, I'm from Israel, this is my question. The rabbi heard the question, says, for sure, I want to answer you the question, but please give me 5 minutes, I'll be with you shortly. The rabbi goes for 5 minutes, that guy stays on the line, and right after that, the rabbi takes the phone back and tells him, listen, this is your answer, 1, 2, 3, 4. He gave him all the sources and everything. Before he hangs up, the rabbi says, but 1 second, please, if you can send me your address, I will appreciate it. Tell me your address, I want to know. The other guy, the Israeli person, didn't understand, why does the rabbi needs my address? I asked the question, he answered my question, that's it. But the rabbi wants, bechavod, I will give him, and he tells him, I live in this city, in this neighborhood, that number, and the rabbi writes it down, says, Toda Rabba, thank you very much, all the blessings, bracha v'atzlacha. After a few weeks, this Israeli fellow gets a mail in his mailbox from United States, from Rabbi Moshe Feinstein. He opens the mail and he sees a check of few dollars with a letter attached. And that letter says, Rabbi Moshe Feinstein, Shalom, this is Moshe Feinstein, and I send you this check because I remember that you called me for an answer, but this was very, very late at night, 3 a.m. at night in New York. That's why I just woke up from your call, and I didn't have an opportunity to do Netilat Yadayim or to say Birkot Torah, the blessings of the Torah, those blessings that we have to recite before we say any Torah, before we learn any Torah. That's why I couldn't answer you before I'm doing that. So I told you to wait 5 minutes and I will do Netilat Yadayim and I will recite the blessings of Torah. But then I thought to myself, I took 5 minutes from your time and you were calling an international call. That international call cost money, more than usual call. And I said to myself, this is the time that I took from you, this is the money that I took from you, that's why I'm sending you this check, mechila, and have a nice day. This is the letter that was attached. When I read the story, I was very, very surprised how careful, how sensitive Rav Moshe Feinstein was with the money of other people. Of course, this is, if it was happening to me or to someone else, we even not gonna think about, this guy needs me, I basically give him service for free, so he can wait for a few minutes. Rabbi Moshe Feinstein was so careful. I don't want to take a penny from someone else because this can be considered under the title of Gezel. Last week we read Parashat Noach. Parashat Noach, one of the things why God decided to renew the world. Everybody, all the places, all the people, they died. And he renewed the world, and that was one of the reasons, was Mala'a Aretz Hamas. Rashi says, what is Hamas? Hamas, people were not careful with other people's money. When we are not sensitive to other people's belongings, money, this is called Gezel. And it says in the Gemara that when they open the books of a person in Shamayim, in heaven, the first thing that they check is this person sensitive, cares about other people's money? Does he steal chas v'shalom or not? Gezel kofetz barosh. That's the most important thing for a person before he starts to keep Torah or do anything that has to do with spirituality, to be a ben adam, to be a person, to be sensitive to other people's money. A lot of time we borrow things for people and we just forget about it. We don't give it back to them. This is, according to Torah, something we should be careful, something we can learn from Rabbi Moshe Feinstein. Sometimes you borrow money from someone, you tell him, hey, do you have $5? And you just forget about it. You forget about giving it back. According to Torah, din me'ah kedin pruta. 1 penny and $100 for HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the same. It has nothing to do with the amount. It has to do with being sensitive to others and to care about other people. I want to wish all of you Shabbat, Shavua Tov, Umevorach. Amen v'amen.